video recap of 2022.
Oh, unless you have to do one on Thursday.
Unless we have to do one on Thursday. Because we have a practical on Thursday, and of course everybody's welcome to join us for that, for the final dance of tango in Swansea in 2022. So in today's lunchtime class, we did some Ochos, and we were doing basically an Ochos masterclass, looking at how the Ocho can be built up. So we started off with the leader, just taking a side step to the left and the follower following him. We then twisted the follower to the right, which pivots her around. So she's now facing my left hand. If I move my chest to the left now, I leave that that foot forward, and I can pivot her, and I can do the lead her through Ochos without having to move. And I can speed up the steps where she goes across, slow down the pivots, slow down the steps, speed up the pivots. So I can create dynamics without actually having to move my own feet. And I'm leading this purely with the chest. We also looked at what happens is, if I step outside to the left, I effectively want my follower's free leg to step somewhere here where I'm pointing with my finger. So normally I could pivot her forward to lead her there. Well, I could also get her foot there by pivoting her backwards, and this would lead her into back Ochos. So this is the dynamics of the Ocho and how to go from forward to back. We then looked at what happens when we start trying to move it. So because she's stepping across me this way, I can match her, and therefore we can make bigger steps or smaller steps and make the Ocho travel. Also, if you notice this position here where she steps forward in the forward Ocho phase here. However, if I was doing back Ochos, this exact same position is in the back Ocho as well, which means I can use it to transition. So I can stop her here and then move her in the opposite direction to where I've just come from. So I'm doing forward Ochos, I'm pivoting her. So if I reverse what I've just done, but just pivot her, I can go into my back Ochos. We then started looking at what happens if you start just moving as a leader. So if I'm stepping with my follower, what happens if I walk forward? I get a cicada. What happens if I step back and behind? I basically take her into a hero. So we started really looking at improvisational tango on a whole. Everything we teach is improvisational, but this is now taking a move and then really delving down and exploring it. In the evening class, we had a request to cover linear Boleos, so naturally we taught circular ones. So we started off with the side step to the left, twist the chest and lifting it to get this back whip, and then taking it into the front whip. So forward and back circular Boleos, and all this time I'm set my weight on my left leg. We then turn this into a linear one, so I'm stepping to the left. Now instead of just isolating my chest and using dissociation to lead it, what I'm doing is stepping around my follower to pivot her back. So my chest is still changing its orientation from facing this direction to facing this direction, but instead of using my dissociation here to move it, I'm actually using my whole body to move. And because I'm going around, I can actually sink down and angle my chest up, which causes the leg to come up and away, and we get the back linear Boleos, which we bring in. So the actual request we had today is because one of the people who came to our class, who's a very, very experienced dancer, was dancing with Mike Fussell at the festival.
It's all Mike's fault.
Yeah, and missed a linear Boleo he did the first time he did it, so she just wanted to work a bit through the technique on that. So we now did it from a linear point of view. So we were using that technique of we wanted to create that elastic moment where we're sending the follower away, but now we're going to do it in a purely linear fashion. So I'm going to start walking. I'm going to start leading her leg by moving my chest forward so it spins backwards. But then I'm going to rebound back onto my back leg and use that space and timing to create this elastic point in the embrace where we actually come apart, so we're almost into Colgada. And what that does is sends her foot back into the linear Boleo. So again, you do it from the side here. I'm walking along, I'm going to send that leg and rebound back. So I've sunk down into that leg, and now my chest is up, causing her leg to come up. So this is how we can lead linear Boleos like this. If you didn't want to be quite so open with it, you can still do this in the close embrace. It's just a much smaller movement. Finally, If you've seen the video, which is Sarah and Even, can't remember what their surnames are, but if you type in M&M Tango, it's them dancing to Lose Yourself from the 8 Mile film. It's a choreographed dance. I know it's choreographed because there's another video of them doing exactly the same dance in a different venue. Yeah. But there's a bit in there, it's a really good dance test to watch anyway for ideas, musicality and that sort of stuff.
I think it is in our favourite tango videos playlist on YouTube.
There's a bit in there where she does a linear bolero, which is effectively a kick behind the leader's back, so we looked at a way of how do you improvise this. And the way you do it is, if I've transferred my follower's weight onto her right foot, I'm going to hold her in position with my chest, so I'm going to make sure my chest is isolated as I step around and to my right. So I'm effectively doing the side step, but you notice my chest is still holding her there. And then if I twist my chest to the left, I send this leg up and out. So that's how they did it in the dance. So at full speed, that looks like...
Sorry.
And sending it out. There is another way of leading this, which once you get to this point where she is here and I've held her in position, is if you actually twist back the other way, you will also send her out. So you can do it both ways. Anyway, that was our last class of this year. Thank you to everybody who's been to our classes. We hope to see you on Thursday Practica. But if we don't see you, have a happy Christmas and Merry New Year. Other way around. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And we'll see you in 2023. Thank you for watching this Urban Tango Nights recap. If you like these videos, please subscribe to our channel by clicking the logo. You can find more of our class summaries down here and other videos of us dancing tango over here. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Meetup. Links are in the description below. And you can also subscribe to our newsletter using the link below.